Okay, today we're going to be showing you how to replace the light bulbs on a WS-68N range hood. As you can see, now we're actually facing on the back of the range hood itself, as the island model has two sides to it. The front where all the electrical components are, and the back where it's just the lights. And we're going to go ahead and start off with the back, as being it's just one plate and no other items have to be removed. So once we get the two screws off the sides that are holding this plate, as per the instructions from the front, we're going to go ahead and move this panel out the way. And as you can see now, everything's open right here, and we're going to have access to the actual connectors for the lighting. 1 and 2. So simply we're just going to go ahead and disconnect the light bulb, whichever one is actually not working. Once you get that disconnected, you're actually going to be, once the unit is up, you're actually going to be able to press on the back of the bulb itself to push it out. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and lift it since it's actually not exposed. So I'm going to go ahead and press on the back of the light bulb, and as you can see, the light fixture comes right out. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and remove the front light bulbs, and we're going to begin by actually removing this whole bottom plate here that's actually holding on to the capacitor along with the main ICU board. So we're going to go start off by removing these 3 screws on this side and only 2 on the other, so a total of 5 screws. So let's get those out, and then we're going to move this plate aside. Okay, now that we have all 5 screws off of the plate so that we can actually go and take it off, the next thing we're actually going to have to do is remove another 5 screws, and 4 are actually on the board itself. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 2 on each side and 1 ground wire. So we're going to go ahead and get these 5 screws out, and we're going to set aside the actual ICU board and go ahead and get that plate out so we can gain access to the control switch and the light bulbs. Okay, now that we've removed all the 5 screws that hold the plate, and along with the other 5 screws that hold the ICU board and the ground wire, we're going to go ahead and set those aside and move the ICU board out the way. Next step is to actually go ahead and disconnect the control switch harness. Alright, so now you got it out of the way. Now we can go ahead and simply route or guide this plate out of the way. So we're going to start by lifting it, sliding it out. And when you're working in this area, you're going to want to make sure that you are taking precautions, as some of these areas might be sharp. So make sure that you're wearing protective gloves. And what we can do is actually just go ahead and slide this out. So we can actually go ahead and set this aside, and now we have access to all of the internals. If you want, we can actually go ahead and hand this back over here. But now we're actually going to have access to the control switch and to the LED lights. Okay, now we're going to actually go ahead and replace a LED light fixture. And as you can see, we've already gained access to all the internals. We removed the plate out of the way, and we're simply going to go ahead and select which light bulb is actually the one that's malfunctioning. So if it's the one on the left, then we're actually going to go ahead and then find the wire that is connected to the light fixture, so which is this connector right here. So we're going to go ahead and disconnect that, and we're going to go ahead and reach in and then press on the back of the LED light fixture, like so. There you go. So what we're doing is we're actually pressing on the back, and we're disengaging these two springs right here in the back. So once it comes out, now we can go ahead and either replace it with the new one or reinstall the old one. So we're going to go do both so by going in reverse. So we're actually going to go with the connector in first. So we're going to feed that through, and we're going to guide it towards the inside, towards the center of the board right there. So now we got that, and we're simply just going to press it in and reconnect the connector. Now the LED light fixture has been replaced. The same goes for the other side. Just bring back this way, bring the components this way, so we have enough room to actually press on the back. And same thing, disconnect it, press on the back of the bulb. Bulb comes right out, and you're just going to reverse the steps.